Hello, hello.
Puppy,
Baby.
I played it now.
Good job.
Now I'm gonna keep playing.
Hello, hello.
Black Widow! You've never heard those theories about them still being alive, Wolverine, Hawkeye?
Oye, YouTube se ha vuelto una basura, compadre. Todas las recomendaciones que me ponen son basura prácticamente. Cosas que yo casi no veo nunca. Los Raiders.
Va a ir como 30-40% del dinero que tenemos para el día entero, pero no va a aguantar mucho también la barriga con esto.
Comenten debajo cómo se ve. Se ve demasiado bueno. Primera mordida, déjame verla. Esta es la nota. Vale, todo eso cuarto.
Oh, no, por mí. $3 por mí. Yeah. Me lo voy a dejar en $3 en vez de 4. Ok, great. Por $27, 2 personas, unas alturas así, con refresco, demasiado bueno. Nos quedan 23 y nos ha acabado el día. O sea, aquí son las 4.
Nueva York es conocida como la ciudad más cara de todo el continente americano. Y después de estar aquí por varios días, concuerdo totalmente. Desde hoteles, a comida, a transporte, todo es increíblemente caro. Por lo tanto, se me ocurrió hacer un challenge complicadísimo. Durar 24 horas turisteando en Nueva York con solo $100. ¿Crees que lo logre? Te leo en los comentarios. ¡Nueva York!
Entonces, tengo que sobrevivir con estos $100 solamente el día completo. Yo no sé cómo voy a lograr eso porque por algo la llaman la capital del mundo. Es bien cara, créanme. Miren allá. Esa cosita que ven allá, lejos, esa es la Estatua de la Libertad. Pero una de las cosas gratis que se puede hacer aquí es no conocerla, sino cruzarle por al frente en un ferry gratis. El pago llega full, que es ese que está ahí. No hay cuarto para eso, tenemos $100 y ya. Primero vamos a desayunar y venimos a ver la Estatua de la Libertad. Ok, ya camino el desayuno. Sin embargo, tengo que poner ahí un énfasis en que no vamos a tomar en cuenta ni el transporte, ni el hotel, ni el vuelo, obviamente, por razones que no hay ni que explicarlas mucho. El transporte, uno paga $34 por persona por una semana completa. Entonces, al final, en un video de un día, tú no puedes tomar eso en cuenta. El hotel, obviamente, cuesta muchísimo más de $100 por noche. Entonces no haría sentido tampoco. Es solo de entretenimiento y de comida de lo que vamos en el día. Lo que tú sobrevives en un día en Nueva York. Y el vuelo, ni se diga, mucho más de $100 también por persona. O sea que vamos arriba, al desayuno que era por el otro lado y estamos yendo para este. Ya llegamos a nuestra primera parada. Es ese que dice ahí, Good Things Café. Tiene outdoor y tiene indoor. Aquí vamos a desayunar, no es caro. Pero fíjense que está reventado. Estamos en lista de espera y todo. Porque pila de duro y los recomiendan full. Vamos a ver qué tanto me duran esos 100. Miren qué duro, loco. Muy bonito y no es caro, según los reviews. Vamos a ver qué tal. Ok, ¿qué tú quieres hacer? Oh my god. Los bowls a $14. Yo creo que estos $10 no van a dar mucho. Ah, mira los croissants. Flaca, ¿quiero un croissant? Sí. Decisión del caso, ¿qué pedimos? Ok. Eso, para los que no sepan inglés, ella va a construir su propio desayuno y le va a agregar, eso vale $10, trae 2 huevos nada más.
Después yo creo que se le va agregando
Exacto, tú le vas a agregar
mushroom y bacon, o sea que son 5.
no, es mushroom o bacon por $5 extra. Entonces tú le vas a agregar mushrooms y qué más.
Bacon.
Y yo voy a pedir el shortbread sandwich, vamos arriba, pero esto viene caro. Y eso, que de lo barato.
We want the shortbread sandwich
Epa.
and build your own breakfast.
Ya tú sabes.
Scrambled eggs and bacon and mushroom. ¿Tú quieres una más?
No, ¿qué tú quieres?
I'm fine with water.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Ay, ese inglés flaquilla, bárbara. ¿Dónde la aprendiste? No, eso fue... ¡Oh! Ey, algo bueno, el agua es gratis. ¿Tú sabes dónde viene esa agua, verdad? ¿Dónde? Exacto, de la llave, del grifo, ya tú sabes. Si en nuestro país se pudiera beber de la llave, ¿tú sabes lo cuarto que uno se ahorraría?
Comenten debajo cómo se ve. Se ve demasiado bueno.
Primera mordida, déjame verla. Es de la nota. Vale, todo eso cuarto. Como que no te mató. Le falta sal, le falta.
Sí, le falta sal, yo creo que es la sal. Vamos a pedir sal. Sí, llegó el cafecito. ¿Qué tal?
8.5, yo soy exigente.
Ah, está bueno entonces.
Vale la pena el dinero.
Oye,
Se nos
Pipo,
va a
que
ir como
ya,
30, 40% del dinero que tenemos para el día entero, pero no va a aguantar mucho también la barriga con esto. Y podemos hacer vainas gratis. ¿Qué ustedes creen? Hacemos un video de las cosas gratis en Nueva York. Hay muchas cosas que hacer gratis, sin gastar. Comenten debajo y lo hago en una segunda parte. Culturally, how much do you live in Six? 10 to 20%. Okay, thank you. Okay, aquí se deja entre 10 y 20% de propina de lo que haga la cuenta. Ok, ya llegó la cuentica. Entonces vamos a dejar de propina. Estamos dejando ahí $5 y estos pesitos. Chévere. Entonces nos quedan $50. ¿Para dónde vamos ahora?
No sé.
Acabamos de decirlo en el video antes de esto. La estatua de...
La libertad.
Okidoki. ¿Y eso cuánto cuesta?
Zero.
Dijiste tú, vamos a ver si es verdad. Pero tú vivías aquí, yo te voy a hacer caso.
Nos vamos en el ferry, que no es que vamos a la estatua, le pasamos cerca, eso es gratis.
Muy fuerte.
Yo estuve leyendo
Ajá.
que todas las personas que estén en Nueva York para incentivar que se vacunen, del 22 al 31 creo, todas las personas que se vacunan le dan $100. Entonces...
Esto se grabó antes del 31, ustedes comprenderán, por lo menos ella que es gringa, seguro le van a dar su dinero. Nosotros lo vamos a intentar, papá. Son los $100 de este video que vienen para atrás.
20 minutos después.
Acabamos de abortar la misión. Si tú te vacunas por $100, podemos perder el viaje.
Porque me puedo empezar a sentir mal.
Se va a sentir mal hoy, cuando se vacuna, y mañana. Me ha pasado a mí, le pasó a ella la otra vez.
Puede que no me den los síntomas, que me sienta bien, pero no queremos tomarnos el riesgo.
Entonces yo estoy abierto con $100 ya. Esos son los $100 de hoy. Vamos a gastar esos $100, vamos para esta toda la libertad mejor. Y ese que está ahí es nuestro tren. Let's go, nena. Aquí mismito, esquina, cero COVID. Ok, ya estamos de vuelta por aquí. Este es el ferry que dice Jennifer, Staten Island Ferry, que te lleva gratis cerca de...
Te pasa cerca de la Estatua de la Libertad.
Pero hay uno que pagando, tú me dices que te llevan de verdad
A la
cerca.
isla, sí.
Este es el de la gente que cuenta con $100 diarios. Recuerda que no estamos contando ni transporte, porque lo pagamos por una semana. Entonces no podemos contar de que $33 cada uno. Se nos va el dinero. Por aquí ven. Ni estamos contando la estadía, ni el pasaje.
Exacto.
O sea, que todo eso ahí se va un dinero. Aunque el pasaje, ¿quién nos lo dio?
Emily Tours.
Muy fuerte, Emily Tours. Gracias. Ok, ya entiendo por qué se le pega el COVID a mucha gente aquí, flaca. Principalmente a los que queremos todo gratis. Corre, 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 corre. Ay, 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 la izquierda, la izquierda. Ey, esto es un truquito para la gente que no le gusta gastar cuarto. La Jenny se lo sabe todo. Y no hay como un segundo piso, con un balcón.
Sí, arriba.
Llévame eso. Aquí, subimos por aquí. Hay gente que se queda aquí abajo y somos estúpidos. A menos que vayan para Staten Island, que eso sí. Ay, Dios mío, mira cómo llevan al bebé. Ay, mi madre. El juidero, el bebé salió volando y él ni entiende. Tiene una cara de que no entiende. Qué fuerte, va a caer. Ya estamos avanzando.
Que nosotros estamos sentados en el lado que ve.
¿Por qué?
Porque el ferry está de frente, ¿verdad?
Ajá.
Aquí están los capitanes.
Ajá.
Entonces, él hace así para atrás.
¿Cómo que hace? ¿Cómo que hace?
Así para atrás.
Ajá.
Mete el culito como para brusco.
Ajá.
Y después hace así.
Oh.
Aquí está la estatua. Y nosotros vamos a quedar este lado.
Oh.
Vamos a ver.
¿Quién entendió? Se ganó un kit. El punto que según tú vamos a tener toda la libertad de este lado.
Exacto. Estamos sentados en el lado que ve.
Yo creo que sí, porque está llegando mucho chino, esa gente inteligente.
Y los venezolanos también.
La manera sencilla y barata. Mira eso, se le cayó un chicle y nada más tenemos $100. La manera sencilla y barata de ver la Estatua de la Libertad. Pero hermanita, epa. Ahora sí se ve cerca. Ponte ahí, ponte ahí, ponte ahí, ponte ahí. Una foto, flaca, una foto. Say cheese. Otra vez. Cheese. El tigre de atrás se ve más que tú. Bueno, aquí va a estar complicado esa foto, flaca. Para que ustedes sepan, lo que se ve ahí
Increíble. Yo
chiquitico
estaba en Nueva
son
York por
personas.
6
Ustedes
años.
lo ven
Duré yo en
pequeño
Nueva
en
York.
una cámara, pero
5 años, de verdad.
todo eso
Nunca
son
fui a ver el
personas.
estadio.
Así lo puedo hacer.
Nunca me llamó la
Esas
atención.
cositas chiquitas son personas.
Mi amor, mira la fila. A tomarse la foto con el toro agarrándole la bola.
Para el que no entienda, aquí hay una estatua muy famosa de un toro. Uy, ese tipo sí grita. Un toro que la gente se tira la foto agarrándole la bola, literalmente. Chequen. El toro y ella se agarró su bola y se tiró su foto. Y para eso, esta fila entera que llega hasta el fondo, eso de ahí atrás que ustedes ven ahí, eso todavía es fila.
Ay, me van a atropellar.
Sí, tú estás en el medio de la calle, al frente del
La
toro.
gente está loca.
¿Por qué?
¿Tú crees que yo voy a hacer esa fila para agarrar la bola a un toro?
Tú agarras a otro
Claro.
toro. Y entonces aquí siempre nos falta la trampa para turistas que le venden el jodido toro, sabe Dios en cuánto cuarto, porque ese de $1 son los keychains, los llaveros, esa cosita chiquita. Pero ya tú sabes que viene un loco y da $40 por ese disparate. Increíble. Qué bonita ciudad. Miren eso, miren eso. ¡Nueva York! Flaca.
Yeah.
Ahora vamos para la Estatua de la Libertad. Gratinado. Tú me dijiste que es gratis, ¿verdad?
En el ferry.
Ajá. ¿Y qué pagando?
Ellos no fueron
Cuando
ya.
vas a la Estatua de la Libertad en sí.
¿Y vamos a ir a la Estatua de la Libertad en sí?
No, vamos a pasar por el lado en un ferry.
Ok, un ferry gratis. Ok, me gusta. Sí, me gusta. Vamos para allá. Que nada más
¿Qué
son
diablo?
$100 hoy.
¿Quién fue que editó de
¿Qué es lo que
video?
pasa? ¿Qué es lo que pasa?
Al revés.
Que ese mall parece como el esqueleto de un dinosaurio.
Señores, vamos por un mall. Que ustedes me van a decir si eso parece el esqueleto. Terminamos en eso seguro. Ahora, hemos rendido el día. Nos quedan $50 todavía.
Estamos haciendo muchas cosas gratis también.
Gemela, la Torre Gemela. ¿Quién yo iba a llegar aquí? Ande Bin Laden se metió ahí con todo. Fue ahí que Bin Laden se metió ahí, ese a brillar. Quería brillar y lo brillaban ese palomo.
Hay que admitir que se
Forma como un esqueleto.
se
¿no?
parece. Mira, de este ángulo se ve aún más. Un Godzilla, dice él. Está muy amplio, muy amplio. Y así se ve por dentro el mall. Qué vaina más ápera, loco.
Ya,
Demasiado.
yo siempre vi ese edificio.
Qué duro,
Yo nunca supe que era un mall.
Esa luz como que dan efecto de
Siempre lo veía
se
por
ve bien
afuera.
en el celular.
¿Viste que sí parece un esqueleto?
Sí, está duro, está duro. Aquí vamos a comprar. ¿Tú crees que nos dé algo para $100?
Un agua si acaso.
El agua como 4 o $5.
Exacto.
Exacto, ni comprueba que sea de él, ni nadie se los roba. Mira el disfraz de Transformers. Pero Spider-Man ha comido bien, flaca. Mira la pestaña de Spider-Man. Mira la pestaña de Spider-Man aquí. Spider-Man está activa. Coño, Spider-Man. Bárbara, pero Spider-Man está dura. ¿Qué es lo que dice Spider-Man? Oh, este Spider-Man está diferente. Los niños que vean esto se les va a dañar la infancia. Niños, esa no es la de la película, esa es otra. Este es el de la película. Ese sí. Es más parecido. Espérate, que está cuereando conmigo. Ahí sí. Ese es más parecido. Sí. Al final del día, nada más son las 7 de la noche. Lo que pasa es que aquí anochece tan temprano que uno se quiere echar antes. 8 esperando que ustedes comenten.
¿Qué fue, Carlos?
Me hicieron un descuento de 4 centavos porque le caí bien. Eran $20 y 4 centavos. Me bajaron 4. Pero como que...
You just want to have a toast to being 1 year sober?
I'm
Thank you.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
And now you're 0 days. Congratulations. Congrats.
I'm still sober.
Oh.
Need about 15 motherfuckers to get me drunk.
And I was curious, from some of your visits to our website, if there's anything that you've seen that I can help you with.
All right, to my knowledge, this is how the code name board game works. There could be some differences. So you're going to be on your team. The Spy Master is going to have a set amount of words that he has to get you guys to guess. He has to throw out a word that can be related to all of the words. You want to give a clue that hints to your words, but not the enemy team's words. Does that make sense? And you get to see who's whatever. Randomize, start.
The red words are ours?
The red words are yours. That black word is a dead word.
So you just have to give us.
So you're saying it's like Cards Against Humanity or something?
No.
All right, I've given my clue.
Wait, who gave that clue? I see a word in the bottom.
I gave the clue. That's my clue for the red team.
So blue team, shut the fuck up.
Wait, we want to guess words that relate to it or no?
Yes, you have to pick. You have to pick four. You have to pick 4 words that relate to it. Oh, hold on, I might have.
And you guys gave us the word. So
that's fine. Keep going.
You fucked up. So okay. So hold on. My turn. So like, talk amongst yourself before you click a word. That makes sense.
Oh, well, you said kitchen, so I clicked cook. Like I.
All right. So talk amongst yourself before you guys guess.
Medical. Okay,
Oh,
I have
that's
one.
definitely pole.
I think hospital.
I don't know what that means.
That's how I feel inside as I was dumping into these guys, and the gun said, nope.
Welcome back to Cyber Reacts. I'm here with JJ and Toby, and today we're going to find out what are the biggest things that have ever been stolen.
My virginity.
I knew it was coming! I knew it! You know what, that was better than
It was good though, it was good.
Yeah,
It was good.
Well done.
Wait, stolen?
Oh, that's a bit mad.
Actually, shit, would that mean I got... oh, okay.
Got raped.
Maybe I didn't think this through.
Yes, baby.
Well, for the record, I didn't.
Right, well, let's see what's on the list. Let's go.
Shoplifting, carjacking, bank robbery. These are all the small-minded matters of casual thieves with no imagination.
Yo, this guy got a voice for it.
Grab your loot bag and put on a balaclava as I explore some of the biggest things ever stolen.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's fucking go!
Number 10. Easy Air Miles. May 25th, 2003. An entire Boeing 727 was stolen right off the runway of Quatro de Fevereiro Airport in Luanda, Angola. It did not have clearance to fly, it did not communicate with air traffic control, and it has never been seen again. It just veered precariously onto the runway and took off without any lights on. The FBI and the CIA searched the globe for years and couldn't find so much as an in-flight peanut. 2 men were seen boarding the plane before it took off. American pilot and flight engineer Ben C. Padilla and a mechanic from the Congo named John M. Matantu. Neither of the men were ever certified to fly a 727, but both had been helping to carry out renovations on the plane in the months prior. Padilla's sister has stated that she believes he was somehow coerced into stealing the plane and is now held against his will somewhere. Others have speculated, based on the fact that Padilla was previously found guilty of fraud, that the theft was a money-making scheme. The mystery, to this day, remains unsolved.
Mad.
Day Storm.
Yeah, it was.
Fuck is Day Storm doing in this video?
Number 9. A bare bones operation. In a bizarre court case known as United States versus one Tyrannosaurus bataar skeleton, the matter in question was a stolen dinosaur. The ordeal began when Florida man Eric Procopi brought the...
Florida man!
Florida man!
Wait, JJ, do you know about that?
No.
There's a thing where you can search like Florida man and any date, and it will come up with a crazy story.
oh shit, yeah.
Literally, I search Florida man and I see all sorts of madness. Florida man tried robbing Waffle House with finger guns, sheriff says. Florida man pleads guilty to rolling 4 billion OneCoin fraud. Like,
Bro.
Oh my god.
Shout out to Florida man.
Florida man Eric Procopi brought the fossilized skeleton of a Tyrannosaurus bataar, a relative of the Rex we know and love, from Mongolia to the UK, and then to the US. In customs, he claimed that the bones came from UK soil. On reaching the US, Procopi auctioned off the dino for over $1 million. However, when the Mongolian government became aware of the dinosaur's true origin, they prevented the sale being completed. According to Mongolian law, fossils are culturally significant and their removal without official approval is illegal. As a result, Procopi was arrested on counts of conspiracy to smuggle illegal goods, possession of stolen property, and giving false statements. He went to jail for 3 months, and the skeleton went back to Mongolia.
3 months?
Well, what else you expecting?
I mean, that's like $1 million theft. Like,
No, man, it's a dead skeleton, bro. Like, allow it. He doesn't need years for that.
Okay, whatever you say. Glad you're not in
how
charge
the
of our
justice
legal
system
system.
Oh, okay, alright. Do you want me to move like Dubai and be like, oh, what, you got CBD in your car? 25 years.
look.
Current affairs, I see.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
exactly.
keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
Number 8. Crime of the century.
Hey.
Stealing a tree is never an easy task. But if this perplexing case from 2012 is anything to go by, the older the tree, the harder it is to steal. Indeed, it took a lot of planning and patience for poachers to steal one particular red cedar tree from Vancouver Island, just off the southwestern Canadian coast. At 800 years old, the tree was a full 9 feet wide at the base.
Mad. That's good.
And the high quality of its wood made it an unfortunate target for poachers.
Ooh, that would look sick.
On a routine stroll, park rangers had been baffled to find the tree cut 80% of the way through. It seemed someone had attempted to steal the giant tree, but had given up. Rangers brought in professionals and had the tree safely felled to avoid it collapsing and crushing unlucky hikers.
Yeah, that would be long.
Leaving it to decompose and feed the forest. But this was all part of the thieves' plan. With the tree felled safely, they returned and stole the whole thing. Speculation arose as to how the thieves were able to source the heavy-duty machinery necessary to transport the colossal tree away.
Oh, man.
Wow.
But however they did, it was never seen again.
Mad.
That's mad.
Number 7. Enlightened by thieves. For Buddhists at a temple in Tacoma, Washington in 2015, enlightenment came, as usual, by letting go of material objects. Only this particular type of enlightenment was much more literal than usual, as it involved the loss of a 3,000-pound, 12-foot-tall copper monastery bell.
That's 2 KSIs.
Wow.
Wait, you say that's... Oh, the height. Oh, height. I was gonna say... I ain't wait
He's
that
your
much.
real friend, JJ. I'm calling you 6 foot. He's calling you...
Oh!
1,500
I'm like...
I thought you were talking weight as well. I was like, fucking hell, bro. Like,
600 kg KSI.
Jesus.
Fat.
How did you even move that?
The thieves likely melted the bell down to sell the copper, or may have turned to the black market for a buyer. I doubt a pawn shop would accept a suspicious 3,000-pound religious bell.
That's kind of smart with the bell and the wood. Like, you take it, you cut it down, and you can just sell it, like, without anyone suspecting anything.
Anything,
stuff
yeah.
people want.
Number 6. Brick by brick blasphemy. Christianity also experienced pious plundering in 2008.
Oh, they stole a church.
When thieves made off with an entire church.
Brother, they stole
What?
a church.
Fuck.
The holy building had stood in the village of Komorova since 1809 and was hauled off brick by brick. Initially, the theft went unnoticed, as the church wasn't being used at the time and was located in a remote area of the town. Church officials had been considering resuming use of the building.
And they posted up like a mixtape.
Fucking hell, bro. You ready to learn about Jesus? I said, are you ready to learn about Jesus?
When you get to the church and there's some bad guys there.
Fucking hell.
Oh, press play.
Considering resuming use of the building, but that plan was dismantled before their very eyes. Of course, they could still gather in the open-air foundations of the building every Sunday morning. In rural Russia, churches are targeted more often than you'd think, as religious icons and building materials can be sold off for a profit. I like to think it all comes down to foul play between rival churches.
They're on their gang shit.
Number 5. A history
Have a
of
gun
crime.
war.
In the 1980s, somewhere in Tel Aviv, Israel, Major Ari Yitzhaki was restoring a World War II Mustang fighter plane for the Israeli Air Force. The plane was parked up at a reserve airfield, waiting for transport to Israel's Air Force Museum. After fixing it up, Yitzhaki developed plans of his own for the vehicle. On an otherwise normal day, he flew the antique all the way to Sweden and sold it illegally for $331,000. 6 years later, the Israeli government finally tracked it down and retrieved it. So at least this plane story has an uplifting ending.
Yeah, but he still got to keep the money.
High flyer Yitzhaki, on the other hand, had a much more grounded fate, the terrestrial confines of a jail cell.
Oh, never mind.
Number 4. A bridge too far. Some people
Never
build
mind.
bridges, others burn them. In rare cases, some steal them.
Why are you still in a bridge?
I don't. What?
This was the case in 2012 when 2 men with little respect for history were arrested for stealing a 100-year-old bridge in China. The bridge was an easy target, as far as stealing an entire bridge goes, because it was surrounded by construction sites and received very little foot traffic. Eventually, one of the bridge's few regulars attempted to stroll over the bridge and found that it no longer existed. A police investigation ensued, and after an eyewitness described seeing the culprits lingering near the bridge with a truck one night, the police were able to track them down. The thieves confessed that they'd used 2 cranes and 2 trucks to pick up and move the 16 huge stone pieces that made up the bridge.
What's the point, though?
I mean, if you're gonna go through that effort, you might as well get a job.
Yeah.
Imagine you rock up in prison and they're like, yo, what did you do? I stole a bridge.
Number 3. You wouldn't steal a ship.
Oh my god.
Some people just have a taste for the biggest loot. And I don't just mean kids stealing their parents' credit cards to pay for upgrades on Fortnite.
Or Side Plus. That would be a good idea, but you know, just in theory.
In 2017, Somali pirates with tastes on the large side managed to hijack a fully loaded oil tanker. The ship, called the Eris 13, had decided to take a time and fuel-saving shortcut through what's known as the Socotra Gap. They soon regretted the shortcut after their ship got hijacked by local pirates. In a scenario reminiscent of a certain Tom Hanks film, ransom discussions soon began regarding both the crew and the ship's contents. Once the pirates realized the tanker was under the employ of prominent Somalian businessmen, who Somali pirates tend to avoid tussling with, they released the crew and later the ship without ransom, despite being one of the biggest thefts of all time.
They look like the guys in front of the church.
The payout was nothing but deep water for the pirates. Before I reveal the biggest thing ever stolen, there are some honorable mentions. A special hat belonging to Greg De Silva of Cape Town, South Africa was the largest of its kind. Made using 1,000 eggs.
What? And like Greg with the egg.
Greg owned the largest egg hat the world had ever seen. Tragically, Greg's eggs were stolen during a 2011 trip to Germany while he was hospitalized with heat stroke. The hard-boiled summer heat left him scrambled, and the theft was no joke. Number 1. A mountain of crime.
A mountain.
Steal a mountain, bird.
As far as earthly objects go, things don't get much bigger than mountains. So for thieves who take the phrase "go big or go home" a little too seriously, stealing a mountain is the logical conclusion.
Oh my god.
Locals from the Hunta village in eastern India are slowly but surely bringing the aforementioned phrase to life by stealing the peak of the nearby mountain Hunt Pahad. Locals chip away the rock to sell to property developers and use the earnings to feed their families. The village doesn't have much else in terms of industry, so people work 11 hours a day hewing the peak from a point into more of a stub. While this is in fact illegal, local authorities tend to turn a blind eye, as the mountain is one of the few sources of work in the area. Were you shocked by any of these sizable crimes?
Yeah. I'd say all of them. They're all pretty mad.
Yeah, stealing a fucking mountain. That's
peak.
Like a boss. Alright. Yo creo que el sobrino mío no va a venir, so déjame jugar un random. And will be all. Yo creo que el sobrino mío no va a venir, so déjame jugar un random. Oh, verdad. Hello? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Hello? Yeah. Okay.
Let's go, Sergeant.
That's small man. Huh? What'd you say?
If it wasn't, then why would you say I am?
Troll. Gotta wipe shit out this game. Don't get one.
What am I doing? Oh, Lord.
Go get some ammo, right?
Oh, it's right here.
Right here, right?
I'm coming.
Are you there?
There's two people at the bottom.
I'm down.
They on the roof, they on the roof. This guns by you, right? It's another team pushing through the back.
Fuck. Shambles. There's one right here. Got him. Oh, there's two. Go Noto.
Hey, where you see that shit? Oh god. Bro, hit the loadout, bro. Hit the loadout.
Hey, bro. I ain't gonna count, boy. I thought I did something to that, boy. What?
Hey, boy, thanks.
I done got stoned and seen 2 niggas.
God damn, man. Watch out. Why y'all? God damn. Niggas want to get a kill when you fucking on the loadout. You whack.
What the fuck are y'all?
Look at you. You whack as hell. You got a fucking sitting duck kid.
Roll.
You a bum. Wait till I come back.
Oh, man.
Don't land right there, Clay. Everybody right there, bro.
Just seeing that shit, too.
It's surrounding you, bro.
You below me?
Bro, they know where you at, bro. Everybody got loadouts except for you.
Haven't got shit.
Niggas lame as fuck. Wow.
You shot back.
Roll.
Fuck. That shit was stuck. You couldn't get that shit?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe.
Y'all going, y'all might as well push under the prison or some shit. Or back that way. Or the nah.
Maybe.
Oh, shit. I'm out.
I can, baby.
Go that way, Clay. Come on, Clay. We ain't even got time. We just got to risk that shit. Oh no, wrong way. Got that shit. Damn. Yo, it's body armor back there. Go get that shit. It's fake.
Oh, I got a statue.
Oh. So come on. You gotta hit up these stairs. Come on, hit up these stairs.
Alright, we kill him, bro.
Who the stairs with me then?
Oh, this is me. This is me. This is me.
Oh, there's one down here. There's one down the hall. He 30 meters. He 30 meters.
Oh, he's on the door. Blading. He's in this room right here.
Check them rooms. Don't let them. That storm pushing.
Okay,
Let's
yeah.
go.
oh shit, fuck. He talking about, oh shit, fuck.
Oh my god, that's a lot of people here. Behind you, Orange. There's two on the roof, one broken. Behind you.
Nah, I already got a satchel.
Thank you.
After that, I have someone.
Same top of the roof.
One in the sky landing on the roof. Above y'all.
Hey, Green, buy another loadout. Or not loadout, but UAV.
I just dropped you money, Purple. You can buy one.
Oh my fucking god. I got sniped. Thank you. Are you upstairs?
Hey, can I get a little help? I'm on the roof.
You on the roof?
Yeah, I'm on the roof. There's one guy a little farther out here.
You gotta go out to close the room? Shit, I don't remember this one. Puta madre. I missed the stairs. Thank you. Oh, you fell down?
Gotta get out of gas.
Oh fuck, I don't have a mask. I realized I didn't have a mask. Shit. That was so fucking horrible. Dolby. Guess in Dolby,